at everyone. I am streaming live on Twitch right now. We are trying something a little different. Today, we are not going to be playing Overwatch, sadly. We are not going to be playing any games. We're going to be starting a business. What business are we building? So, let's talk about it, guys. Let's talk about it, okay? Who here has heard about Elusivity? This is a YouTube channel that I created, guys, back in 2021, maybe. And I joined some Discord servers, found a lot of cool people, found music artists, found visual artists, and we put together a whole bunch of videos. And look, we got 235 subs. It's nothing crazy, nothing to write home about, but it is more than, 0 subs. So this is basically, my mentality right now, guys. You can either wait for the perfect moment and you can never get there to where you want to be, or you can start anyway and it'll be all fricked up and screwed up along the way, but at least you're getting somewhere, You might take some loop-de-loops, but eventually you'll probably get to where you want to be because you started anyway. So that's my mentality with this business. Basically what the business is I want to get a website together. It'll be elusivity.com. We can have visual artists and music artists. We'll all have their own pages on my website, okay? Since this is what I do, I build websites, I build web apps, I build software, and then I also have experience in the custom merchandise and e-commerce, field. So I know how to build websites and sell products online. I already have some artists that are interested. Oh, let me get the chat back up. All right, so visual artists, music artists, they can have a page on the website and they can sell products. They can sell maybe they have a logo for their artist, their music artist, or it's a visual artist who has a bunch of artwork that they want to sell on a t-shirt, or, like a tapestry in the background that you can have on your wall, a poster, some stickers. So that actually brings me to the next point here. So print on demand. Print on demand is a pretty popular term in the e-commerce. As soon as an order comes in, these facilities can print the order on a t-shirt like right when it comes in, pretty much. So back in the day, you kind of only had the option of screen printing, and screen printing is a whole ass process where you have to get all the screens together color by color, and it takes a long time to print just one t-shirt. But you can print, like 500 t-shirts pretty quickly with screen printing. But it makes it hard to sell just one t-shirt at a time. So if you think about a website like this where some fans of these artists are coming in, they might just want to buy one t-shirt. Bandcamp for artists in general sounds good. Bandcamp, that is a good point, Fen. That is a good point. So Bandcamp allows music artists to sell their music, right? Is that basically what Bandcamp is, Fen? Do I got that correct? Because I am not a music artist, but you are. So basically this document here, guys, is Google Doc, is called a brain dump. And in this stream, we're just going to be dumping out all my ideas. Oh, and as we go along in the stream, let me make sure to shout out the different artists. Ocelot. This is my boy Fatal. Shout out to my boy Fatal. But yeah, guys, go ahead and follow Ocelot. He's pretty cool, man. Oh, and also my boy Brian Schlurp helped me edit together this video. Oh, and there's another guy, this guy named Ozone. Ozone is the one who played Gran Turismo on YouTube. He has this video where he did a playthrough, and he took all this awesome 4K footage. We sent him a message, and he was like, yeah, sure, you can use it in your music video. That's cool. So shout out to those 3 people. Cool. Can you use AI, or are there any rules to this? I mean, is this a challenge? Yo, Venny boy. Artificial intelligence, AI. This is a big point. So this brain dump document is going to be all over the place, at least in the beginning. But this is something that I was thinking about, Ven. AI obviously is used by so many people these days. And the question is, do I want to allow AI on this platform? We need to figure out the rules here. Because I don't want to say absolutely zero AI, because AI can be used for so many different things. For example, I'm going to be, and I actually have a little bit talked to AI, like ChatGPT about this business idea in the past. That's using AI. But like using Claude to even generate this brain dump, there comes a point where you can just have AI do everything, and I don't want to do it like that. And I also wanted to make this an experience where other people can join in and give their ideas too. Here's the other thing. Music artists that use AI, right? I don't know. I feel like most musicians, most music artists, they kind of don't like AI. And then same for like visual artists and graphic artists. Probably most of them don't like AI. But then when you go in the tech world, like most people are on board already with AI writing code. There's like Claude Code, Codex, Cursor. So, and most tech people are just like totally cool with it. And I think it comes down to the fact that AI just used everyone's work in its training data and gave zero credit and zero money to the people who it was trained on, right? So why is it that tech people are pretty much cool with it, and programmers for the most part? Maybe programmers are split too. I don't know. Flagging as AI used. That's a good thing. That's a good idea. Then it comes down to trust. How can we tell? I didn't use AI, bro. Not at all. We'll come back to that later. But this is a big thing. Does Bandcamp allow artists to sell like merch, like t-shirts and stickers and t-shirts? Oh, dude, they stole my idea. They freaking stole my idea, bro. All right, stream's over, guys. We don't want the artists to have to worry about the logistics. Like, part of the point of this is we don't want artists to have to worry about logistics or fulfillment, Bandcamp allows vinyl, CDs, cassettes, t-shirts, hoodies, posters, stickers, and USB drives. And I also saw some like bags, like grocery bags or whatever. Thanks for helping with that, J-Babs. How you been, man? Hey, brother. Obviously, digital files, e.g. albums, they allow, so that I can do that too. Interested artists. We got Leafree. He already said he's interested. Aesthetic Emery. Artists to reach out to. Allowing artists to build their own community inside the app, maybe. Yeah, there should be some community aspect, right? Community aspect. Discord is probably one of the biggest things for building a community these days. So, but we'd want, obviously, artists should be able to have all their links on their artist page, including Discord, whatever links they want, social medias. I was thinking about reaching out to Nutty, because at one point I was helping him, just general advice type of thing about his website, and then he took his website down. So maybe he'd want to be on this. Check out DistroKid along with Bandcamp. What? DistroKid. I heard of them because this is a big one that people use to get their music on Spotify. I didn't know that they do print-on-demand stuff. I mean, it makes sense though. Turn your music into merch. They stole my idea. These guys keep stealing my ideas, bro. Competitors. Okay, we got DistroKid, Bandcamp. I was thinking like Threadless. Okay. So this is on the visual art side of things. So they have this whole aspect of visual artists. And Threadless is huge. So anyone, I think, can go on as an artist, sell your art onto Threadless. We, of course, would be more small in the beginning where it's kind of like invite or like apply to be part of it. But this is it's kind of like a Threadless meets the Bandcamp type thing meets community. Community is important, man. The artist page should explain who the artist is and whatever else the artist wants to say to the world. And then you can view all their stuff and buy their stuff. Hit their links, like join their Discord. Another thing to mention, guys, 19's Discord. We will be turning this into the Elusivity Discord. So let me show you guys kind of what originally came to mind with Elusivity. A team or a community of driven, kind individuals that are interested in gaming, music, art, and technology. Music and art is going to be the forefront of this, so maybe I switch around the words a bit, but gaming, we want to chill, guys. You know, every once in a while, chill, play some games. It's not all about the work. Do I have anything good? The purpose of Elusivity is to gather around our interests and passions. We work as a team to level up. This is super old, by the way. Ultimately, we all want to do great things, so why not do that together? Chill, hang out, just have a good time. You've come to the right place. So we will be turning this into the Elusivity Discord. Oh, JBabs, you bring up another good point. Tech stack. I wonder, do I even want to try and get a quick prototype up with Fourth Wall? Possibly. If not, we go to WordPress and Woo. And Printful or Printify. You guys know him. He reviews all the Apple devices, all the phones, all the new tech. The problem with this is going to be when I need to start getting all the data. And I'm not talking about customer data, guys. I'm talking about order related data, like items that are sold, because I need to be able to track which items are sold so I can map that back to which artist is getting which commissions. You know what I'm saying? So does Fourth Wall have an API? Well, look at that. They have an API. We don't own the database. The database is owned by Fourth Wall, so we don't get direct access to the database, which could make scalability an issue sometimes and can make getting your data and the analytics you want an issue. So you have to start using their API, and then you have to do rate limiting and all this crap. But it could work for a prototype for first version. MVP is what they call it in the business world. You've got to shout out the next artist, guys. Shout out Luke McKenzie. He's the music artist on this one and the visual artist on this one. Shout out my boy, Leafree. Talented visual artist here. Luke McKenzie, talented music artist here. Yeah, Beat Saver remembers Leafree. Let's get down to what everyone actually cares about here. Making money. Artists can make a split of the profit off every sale. What is that breakdown? We are thinking of starting with 50-50, but that can change in the artist's favor over time as we scale. We need to be cautious about returns. Oh my gosh, this is another thing. Return policy. With print on demand, returns are tough because every single order that goes out, like I said, it's being printed on demand. It's not like it's being pulled from an inventory of products that are getting sold a lot and you can return it and they can sell it again. It's like, I want this exact shirt in this exact size and color, and no one else might have or want to buy that same exact shirt in size and color. So if you don't like it, then you're kind of, we're not going to allow you to return it, or else we're going to lose money. But that's just the start. But if there are issues with your order, e.g. bad print, obviously if it doesn't get delivered, you can get a credit, discount, coupon, or refund. You know, you always want to start with a replacement. If they don't want a replacement, then you offer a credit or a discount in the future, or a different item or a coupon. And if they don't want that, then we're just gonna have to refund them. Refunds are very bad in this industry for your business, as they are with all industries. So if someone gets their product and they're just like, you know, I changed my mind, I don't really want this, I want to return it, but there's nothing wrong with it, there's not a hole in it, there's not a hole in the shirt, the print is fine, it got delivered okay, but I still just changed my mind. Unfortunately, in the beginning, we can't really afford that because we're bootstrapping this business. I don't have investors. Hopefully we don't get too much of that, you know what I'm saying? There needs to be like a rolling 30 days type thing, because if there's someone who's going to do a dispute, or if there's fraud, there's lots of fraud in e-commerce, guys. People using other people's credit cards, and then the disputes happen and I don't get that money back as the storefront. Oh, Phil DeFranco uses Fourth Wall, guys. It must be good. Will Fourth Wall work for a prototype? For a V1 rather. MVP sitemap. Obviously a home page, artist page, templated. Actually, I think they call it product display page in the industry. Obviously the cart and the checkout. You probably want to launch with a privacy policy and a terms and conditions. This could work. This could work for an MVP, guys, because we can do a collection and we would just have a leaf-free collection. Hey, maybe we just use Fourth Wall for MVP, of course, MVP. Obviously apparel, plus hats, stickers, drinkware, joggers. Ooh, what? Backpacks? Spiral bound journals? Pet feeding mat? We can feed our pets with your art on it. Yo, they got a lot of options. Canvases. Okay, this is a good selection of stuff. What? Plushies. I would love to work on something that I'm more passionate about, and that's why I decided to start talking about this. All right, let's think about the to-dos here, guys. So we'll create the landing page that explains elusivity in a summarized form and allows artists to apply if they're interested. Let's say get a list of 5 artists that are interested. Obviously, create the Fourth Wall site. And this is a big to-do right here. How can I pay the artists? I want to make sure that everything we do is 100% legit. I don't want to get in trouble ever. I think that if I pay, like eventually, if I just keep paying out artists from my personal account or a Cash App or something, I'm going to run into issues. Because eventually, hopefully, if this scales a lot, I'll be sending a lot of money. And these are questions that I'll talk to my brother about, because he's the finance guy. All right, we got to do, doing, done. Let's do one more. Let's do an in review. And let's also add a backlog.
It's like a waste image of my chest, basically.
All right, we got the Trello board. Now what we do in Trello is we start adding to-dos instead of having the to-dos in here. You don't really want your to-dos in a Google Doc, usually. In the next stream, guys, we'll start working on the informational page. And by then, maybe I'll have reached out to more artists. So I already started reaching out to artists. So by the next stream, I'll hopefully have my list of 5 artists that we can launch with. It's just going to be a slow but surely type of thing, since I'm going to be working on this as a secondary like side project thing for my normal work. But the goal is that hopefully we can turn this into something big, and I can put more and more time into it. I could stream more, continue building this in public. Oh, that brings up one more thing. Throughout this journey, I would like to teach the artists how to do everything that I am doing, so that they can create their own sites and stores and make 100% of the profit. You know what I'm saying, guys? So this is teaching / educational. That's part of the point of this, is to teach you all to do it yourselves. So if you guys join me on that journey, that'd be awesome. Hey, and maybe I'll start doing some gaming again too. I should sprinkle in a little bit of gaming here and there. I know that most of you guys are here because of that, but anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Catch you guys in the next stream. I'll try and edit together this video on YouTube, and it'll be the first in a series of videos about building a business from the ground up. So yeah, peace guys. Peace out, Daryl. Have a good rest of your weekend, man.